Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is United vs. Everybody. I am your host, Sean, and a little bit of a scouting report special for you guys tonight. Not live. Sorry about that. Day's getting a little bit away from me. It's been a crazy, crazy day. But in any case, you guys know that I do want to at least stop by and get your thoughts, share my thoughts, and share a bit of hidden gems, future ballers, whatever you want to call it. You guys know that's my thing. That's what I do. I love to scout. I love to look at players from all around the world just to see who's up and coming, who's making waves, and just keep an eye on them sometimes. And sure enough, here's a handful of guys that we're looking at tonight. So United may not be in the market directly for a center back. It seems like we're really focusing on center midfielders and maybe in the future, hopefully, a goalkeeper. But that doesn't mean we can't keep looking. Doesn't mean that you and I can't keep looking, at least keep an eye on some of these guys, right? So we've got 6 young center backs tonight. They're technically sound. They're good ball players. They're physical. They get up and down the pitch. You guys know the criteria that I've always been looking at for center backs. Plus, in this system, this is definitely going to be needed. And so that's what we're doing tonight. We've looked at strikers in the past. We looked at center midfielders last week. This week, we are looking at center backs. So make sure you're liking the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you like the scouting reports, you want to get involved in the scouting reports and other things, other content on the channel, check the memberships. That is the best way to do that. The perks are laid out for you in there. It's more than just emojis. You guys know I like to hook you up and get you as involved as I can. Go check out the United vs. Everybody store. You can see the return of the 9.5 shirt if anyone's interested. This is back officially. And also check out GoGoalShop. There is a link in the description. You can get $5 off when you register. They do have all 3 of this year's shirts, United shirts, brand new in there, plus a couple of training tops. And then I think they've got that baseball tee too that everyone seems to be in love with. So go check that out. The code is in the description. Use that code when you register. You get $5 off. Tell them I sent you. So without further ado, let's take a look at some of these players, starting with number 1, Noah Isla. Welcome to the era of the ball-playing center back, y'all. It's really become so necessary these days as a center back to be able to progress the ball, to be technically sound on the ball. It's not enough to just be defensive minded. It's not enough to just be good in the air. You've got to be able to hold your own on the ball as well. That's just part of it. And really enabling young defenders to spread their wings on the ball you're going to see that a lot more from a lot of different clubs. Looking at this guy, you can see he's at New York Red Bulls. They play in the MLS. 23 years old. He's an absolute unit, 6'5". He's so composed on the ball. He's got an excellent passing range. He's a ball-playing defender. You guys know that's big criteria for me. And he's really good at carrying the ball. He's another example of these modern ball-playing center backs. Came through Malmo and went out and loan a few times before landing at New York Red Bulls. But he was already turning heads in his debut season. He's excellent on the ball, like I said, calm, really good passing range. I think he's perfectly suited to a system that prioritizes building out from the back, where the center backs can initiate attacks from deeper positions. He's got an excellent heat map. You can see he gets all over the place. He's not afraid to get up in that high line area. He gets a lot of touches in the opposition box as well. You guys know I do like that. 6'5", you see he's getting a lot of touches in his own box too. I like this kid a lot. Physical specimen. He's really good on the ball. Again, modern, tall, ball-playing center back. He's an elite level passer as far as defenders go as well. His tackles per 90 are well above. I'd like to see him dig a little deeper to reach the next level when it comes to that assertiveness and that aggression. But if you look at his passing, his shot creating, his carries, the guy, for a bigger dude, he's kind of like Dan Burn in that regard. You guys know that Newcastle defender that causes everybody problems. This is what you can think of when you think of Noah Isla. Modern ball-playing center back, kind of like maybe even like David Hansko as well. I do like this kid a lot. Now, some of you guys might criticize the MLS a little bit, but trust me, it produces some decent players. Thiago Almada was doing his thing at Atlanta United for a few seasons as well. Like, don't diss the MLS. Inter Miami, you've got a lot of, they grabbed that young defensive midfielder as well. I forget his name now, but yeah, take a look at Noah Isla when you get a second. Let me know what you think. MLS, I used to watch it a little bit more. I don't watch it as much simply because the games are on late and I'm old, but he's doing a lot of things, turning a lot of heads. Keep an eye out on this kid, add him to your list, and keep an eye. So moving on. Oops, sorry, my bad, guys. Matt Smets. Plays for Genk. You guys know that I am all about Belgian football. You guys know I've looked and scouted a ton of Belgian players. He plays for the same team as Aroka Derry, the young striker that we've been watching for a while. He's already got a couple goals to his name, I think, this season. 21 years old, 6 foot. Again, excellent passing, excellent anticipation and positioning. This kid right here could be your Leach replacement in terms of your modern ball playing center backs. He'd maybe not have the same aggression that Leach has, but if you want a modern ball playing center back, this is the guy. He's calm, he's composed, technical, excellent on the ball. Literally led the Belgian league in accurate long balls last season. Excellent when it comes to trying to build out from the back. You can see he pretty much makes that left channel in his own half his own. Like, he's all over the place. Now, his excellent ball playing could have a lot to do with the fact that he was originally a 6. He was originally a center midfielder. And so he's very good at that. But again, defensively, he's also sound. And this has a lot to do with the fact that he can read the game well. He can position himself. He was 7th in the league for interceptions per 90 as well. He's got loads of experience in the back 3. Again, system that suits him to a T. 2 times team of the week last year. He's a regular starter for Genk just at 21. Even in Champions League qualifiers, and he's already got a Belgian under 20 call-up as well. I think I'd like to see him get some time in the gym. He's got a little bit of the Lindelof physicality about him, but I'd like to see him get a little bit more time in the gym. 15 to 20 million could get this done, but Inter, Spurs, Villa, Newcastle, Chelsea have all been linked to this kid already. He's turning a lot of heads. I like what I see from him. Let me know what you think. He is again the quintessential modern ball playing center back, and you guys see those kind of passes that Leach plays from deep. This guy does it. Progressive passes, top 25%. Pass completion, passes attempted, top 2%. Shot creating actions, top 22%. But again, the tackles, the interceptions, the blocks, he knows where to be. He knows how to anticipate, and he knows how to put in a shift off the ball. I like this kid a lot. You guys know Genk is always producing some excellent players. You guys let me know what you think, though, because we are going to move on. You guys, make sure you're hitting that like button. Make sure you are subscribing to the channel if you are new. Going to Monaco. I know a young French center back from Monaco. No, never. I'm surprised just as much as you. Say hello to Christian Mavisa. 20-year-old, 6 foot, absolute unit as a 20-year-old. He's versatile. He's got excellent on-the-ball skills, and he's physical to a T. Just won the Coupe de France with Toulouse not that long ago. He won the 2022 Under-17 Euros as well. As far as profile goes, he's very similar to Jurrien Timber, Benjamin Pavard, Jules Koundé, a center back who is also comfortable on the ball, pacey, and good enough on the ball to play fullback if needed. That's what I mean by versatile. He can play. He plays left center back very similar to the way that Mizraoui plays right center back. You know, you can tell that they're also comfortable driving that ball out with their feet and carrying it up the pitch and like taking even sometimes some of those risks as well. But he's also very comfortable in a variety of formations and a variety of systems. You can see he plays a lot on that left-hand side, getting up and down the pitch, getting a lot of touches inside the opposition half as well, getting involved higher up the pitch. I like that. He's very strong on the ball. He's capable of progressive passing, ball carrying, dribbling, and out of pressure as well. He's very press resistant from deep positions. You can see he's got a lot of take-ons, a lot of carries, his tackles, his interceptions, his blocks, all very good. You can say, well, look at his passing. It's not that great. He can improve the passing, but it's because he's so good at just carrying the ball that he doesn't really need to worry about that as much. Again, he's another calm, composed defender. He's got excellent decisiveness under pressure. It's way ahead of where he should be for a young defender in terms of that press resistance. You see that a little bit from like Euro or even Aiden Heaven in our United side right now. They're just comfortable in those moments. His potential is through the roof. He's still integrating fully into Monaco's first team. He was named in the 100-man Golden Boy list in 2024, so he's turning heads. He moved to Monaco about a year ago for just 16 million euros. His contract's up in 2029. Galatasaray are interested. They've recently reached out to him, to his representatives as well. So he's turning heads. I like what I see. Good, modern. I think he'd be excellent in that left-hand side, getting the ball at the pitch as well. It's going to be kind of remain to be seen whether like left back or center back is his best position. But I think because he's so versatile and he can do both, and you're seeing a lot more of that, and you're not only in formations from different managers like Pep, Arteta, but you are seeing a bit more of that demand, even from like Amorim in this back three system. These left-sided center backs got to be able to be a little bit more mobile, a little bit more comfortable on the ball. And Mufc has it all. So, like what I see. You guys let me know. Anybody watching Monaco out there, let me know. Moving on. Charlie Hughes. English, right? Plays for Hull City. Look at this guy. He's an absolute fucking monster. 21 years old, is 6'1", but this guy is your Delit regen, basically. Your company regen, your young English defender, physical regen. He's leadership. He's got excellent mentality. He's good on the ball. He wins a lot of duels. He was Hull's player of the year last season. He was featured in the team of the week once as well. He scored Hull's goal of the season last year against Sheffield Wednesday as well. The kid is a star in the making. He's a leader. He's got a commanding presence, again, very similar to Matthias de Ligt at a young age. He was Wigan captain at just 19. He's already Hull's vice captain at just 21. Excellent passing range. He's 19th in the championship overall last season when it came to accurate long ball. So that's 19th out of everybody in the championship. He's an excellent ball-playing center back. You can see he gets up and down that pitch. He gets involved, comfortable on the ball, excellent at building out from the back. But he doesn't shy away from his defensive duties either. He's 15th for interceptions. He's great in the air. His recovery pace is excellent, so he can play in a high line as well. You can see interceptions, clearances, aerial duels won, take-ons, carries, passes. They're all excellent. Shot-creating actions. I have no problem with low tackles. It'd be great, right, to see that. But I think that when you can read the game and you can position yourself, you don't need to tackle as much. And I don't have a problem with that necessarily. It's not the first thing necessarily I look for in a center back, if that makes sense. He's captain material for sure for a lot of major clubs, and even in the Premier League, if his star keeps rising, if his development continues the way it's going. I read recently that Coventry were considering maybe breaking their transfer record for him. Hull do not want to lose him, but they're at a bit of a crossroads. They could get a big financial boost. Huge transfer fee would be difficult to turn down, but they don't want to lose him. They see him as someone that they can definitely build around, and even someone that if he stays for another year or two, he'll go for big money. You got he's that good. I like this guy a lot. I think that when it comes to mentality, when it comes to leaders on the pitch, something we've lacked a lot at United. And I really like to see something like that brought back. We need to just kind of reset that culture. I want 11 leaders on that pitch at any given time. This guy definitely ticks that box. So let me know what you guys think. Charlie Hughes, Hull City, future captain material. Who knows? We'll see. Moving on. Mario Gila, Spanish, plays for Lazio. He's 24, so he's the oldest one on this list, 6'1", but he's, again, technically sound center back. Again, you born in Barcelona, went through a lot of academies when he was young before landing at Casillas and of Real Madrid, where he forged his path to first-team football. Now, this ultimately got him to Serie A Team of the Season in the Athletic. So the Athletic voted him to their Serie A Team of the Season last year, but he's very good. You can see creates a lot of chances, tackles, very technically sound. And that comes from a lot of that time in the Casillas Academy. That's a high standard when it comes to technical skill, composure, ball playing. Unfortunately for Gila, that Real Madrid's first team is just super hard to break into. It's just hard. Real Madrid signed players for big fees, and then that they even find it impossible to break into the first team. Luka Jovic. But hey, their loss was Lazio's gain, though, because he did make the switch in 2022. But as you can see, another technical ball progressing center back who does excel from building out from the back, finding his teammates in advanced positions. I've seen him kind of compared to like someone like John Stones or something like that sort of defender. He was 6th for accurate long balls in Serie A, doing very, very well. Look at his numbers here. You can see good tackles, progressive passes received. So he's getting into those advanced positions again. That's what you see from these wide center backs. They're going to get a little higher, a little wider. They receive the ball and then do something with it. Carries, top 10%. Passes, pass completion, passes attempted, shot creating actions. Very good in a modern system that utilizes its center back as just more ball progressing outlets. PSG, Inter, Brighton, Bayern Munich, etc., they're all linked. Chelsea actually had a bid rejected for this guy. The problem here, though, is that Real Madrid have a 50% sell-on clause, which means Lazio are going to ask for a major fee. I've read like 40 million is the rumor. So is he worth 40 million? Maybe not. Potentially, perhaps, but again, Real Madrid are really trying to get some of that sell-on fee from him. So I like this kid a lot. I think that you've seen sometimes Spanish defenders come in and struggle a little bit, like Pau Torres struggled a little bit, but he's looking pretty good and things. So I like him, though. I like technically sound defenders, and an amorim system, it's necessary. So let me know what you think. Anybody who's been watching the Lazio, anybody who is familiar with the Castillas Academy, let me know if you like this kid. But this 24-year-old Spanish center back ticks a lot of boxes for me, and I think he could go places, and I think he could help a lot of teams. So moving on, Danny B, if you're watching, you let me know. Victor Gabriel plays for Internacional. He is on loan at Internacional from Sporting Recife. Made a name for himself early on. He was quickly promoted to Internacional's first team. He scored 3 goals, 1 assist as a center back this last year. As you can see, 21, 6 foot, 1 inch, pace for days, very technical. He's an aerial threat. Again, ball progression. I mean, it sounds like a broken record, right? But that's why. He's very, very good. So I've got a couple of heat maps for you because the Brazilian league kind of is weird, and they split up their league into a couple different things, kind of like the Clausura and the Apertura with the Argentina league. But so they've got their Serie A, and then they've got their Gaucho league. And so the top one is a Serie A, bottom one is the Gaucho league, but basically the same. Ball progression along that left side channel. He is an absolute force, too, in both boxes. You can see he gets a lot of touches in the opposition box. That's where those aerial duels come and play. A couple of headed goals as well in the league. I think both his league goals were headed goals. Tremendous clearance numbers, tremendous aerial duel numbers. As you can see, he's in the top 2% when it comes to clearances, top 15% or 20 for interceptions. Good aerial duels. Take-ons, top 7% among center backs. That's elite level right there. And again, the goals that he's scoring are in the top 1%. Ball progression, passes, carries. He does it all. He's excellent at making those Licha-style passes from deep to find his attackers in those channels. Exactly this kind of system that we play at United. And because he's so technically sound and he's good on the ball, I think he's going to be an ideal addition to any side that looks to build out from the back. Hint, hint. His ability also to play left back means I think he's going to be great as a left-sided center back in a back three. Hint, hint. Again, could he be a future Licha replacement? We'll see. Now, he did suffer an ankle ligament injury a few months ago. I feel you, man. Solidarity. Been there. But he came back strong. Again, solidarity, man. Me and you both. But he's currently available for peanuts. About 2.5 to 4 million pounds could get this done. He's already been scouted by Wolves. He's been scouted by Cruzeiro as well. Now, the problem is Internacional have an option to buy him, which they are actively trying to work on. And so if they buy him and someone wants him, they're going to have to pay a lot of money. Maybe it'd be worth it to maybe watch him for another year. Maybe worth it to buy him and loan him back to Internacional. Who knows? But he's at a good age. We've got a lot of young center backs, like I've said. United probably aren't actively looking, but in a year or so, we might know a little bit more about what's going on with Licha's long-term injury recovery. Is it going to be a problem? Is it not? Will Harry Maguire actually retire here like he says he wants to? Will Mizraoui end up maybe not fitting in so nicely as a right-sided center back? Who knows? But in any case, it's always good to keep looking. I hope our scouts are looking at these young guys. We've been linked to a lot of young defenders in like Argentina and whatnot. And so these are a couple more that I think could do the job. You've got some in here who started off at Malmo and went to the MLS. You've got some in here who are playing English football and doing really, really well in English football in Charlie Hughes. You've got some from the Belgian league who, that's where Dean Housing came from and everything. Like tons of players out there. You guys know we've gone through so many center midfielders. I threw out off the top of my head a list of them earlier in the day. You guys can go check that out. But today, 6 young center backs, ball-playing center backs, technically sound center backs, good in the air, good on the ball. I like them a lot. You guys let me know, though, because it's not up to me. I just throw them out there to you and let you guys let me know what you think. And so that was 6 young center backs that I think everyone's going to be talking about pretty soon if they're not already. They're already starting to turn heads like you've seen. They've already been voted. They've already won things. They've already just gone through milestone after milestone. But don't take my word for it. Go check them out for yourself. Get involved in the comments. Let me know what you think. If there's anybody that you'd like to see featured on a scouting report sometime, the membership is the best way to do that. So get involved. I want to see you guys get involved. I want to hear everybody's thoughts. Like the video for me, please. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Hit that notification bell to make sure you don't miss a thing. And I will see you guys on the next one. Later.